We're on location today with the Nikon Z8. What do you want to photograph? Bride with a panda head? I got you. Bride with no panda head? Also got you. People walking a dog? Got it. How about Kirk Gibson hitting a game-winning home run in the '88 World Series? No, we didn't get that. This camera just came out today. Right here today with the all-new Nikon Z8, or Z8, I think, right? No? So what they've done is they've taken the Nikon Z9, which we've loved, and just made it smaller and less expensive. Wow. And as a special treat, for the first time ever, we're actually filming this on the product that we're making the video about. So everything you're going to be seeing is shot on the Nikon Z8. Let's go take some pictures. They also put it in my opinion, the perfect body size. That it's not too small, it's not too big. It reminds me a lot of the Nikon D850. It just feels really good in your hands. There are a lot of parallels with the Nikon D850. And the reason I like that camera a lot is because it really took my hybrid coverage to a new level. That prior to that camera, I could get by, I could kind of make it work. But with that camera, it really stepped me up to be able to just give me all the tools that I need in one easy to carry spot. We're gonna do a screen recording here so that you can see what I see when doing my high-end dog photography. Full-size HDMI, so nice. The ergonomics really improve when you put a 5-pound screen on top of any camera. Nikon's autofocus is amazing now. Of the 2,214 images I shot during this review, it missed focus on maybe 3 total, which is crazy because I shot pretty much everything at f1.2. The IBIS also really helps keep these 45.7 megapixel images sharp, even when you're at questionable shutter speeds. Also, I should mention that everything you're seeing in this video is pre-production both from my camera as well as Liam's camera, because he's also shooting on the Nikon Z8. As a hybrid wedding photographer and also video creator, one of the most important things for me, or maybe the most important thing when looking at a hybrid camera, is how fast you can switch between photo and video mode. So let's do it right now. Well, got 10 photos, switch to video. Just recording. There's no delay. Absolutely no delay with it allowing you to record video. I'm very, very happy that that exists within this camera for the test case of myself and everyone else that shoots hybrid photo video weddings. And it's not all day that you need something that's that fast, but when the couple's walking down towards you after they've just been married and they're waving their hands in the air, you grab them some photos, you have to be able to switch to video and also get that video shot as one person. And this camera will let you do that. And I shoot everything really warm on shade white balance. I like life looks better in a sunset. Liam is shooting in a more normal profile. My images all have my CL 2022 preset on them, and Liam's footage is shot with the neutral profile. And I've added my CL 2022 LUT at 100% to it. And if you're interested in getting my presets and my LUTs, more on that in a minute. Oh, and today we're shooting with the new 85mm f1.2, which is, I don't know, you're seeing the images, it's just incredible. All right, I'm gonna make the same thing. If you guys wanna hold hands, walk down that way, kind of in the center of this pathway. Yeah. And then at some point I'll yell and you can just turn around and come back towards me. So this camera does feature 2 card slots, but as a bit of a bummer, you can only shoot video to one of the cards. I hope that this can be fixed in firmware eventually, but at the time of recording this, you can't. I also really like this swipe to scroll. I don't know, you just look through images fast. It's probably the #1 selling feature on the camera. I don't know, it's not. Let's move on. Everything Liam's shooting in this video is handheld, and it's darn nice. The autofocus is great, the IBIS is great, this tree is great. This is a workout. The 85-1.2 and the monitor? Oh, that looks so good. Oh, and I have a secret to tell you in a minute. We'll get there though, together. Also, it's just really darn nice to have this screen up here, so you can just visually see. Liam was saying that it's nice to be able to visually verify when you're on your way to a wedding. You look at your camera, you can see that you got cards in there, you got some images remaining, and you can just glance and, I don't know, it makes for a nicer life. My Nikon, have a nicer life. One of the great things with this camera, the base ISO is 64. So you can shoot 64 ISO. And also your max shutter speed is, what is it? It's crazy. 1/32,000th of a second. But is that really fast enough to freeze the motion of Kirk Gibson hitting a game-winning home run in the 1988 World Series? I'm gonna say it is. It's more than fast enough. Also, this camera has virtually no rolling shutter. It's like kind of face into each other completely there and get really, really nice and close. Oh, we got the fashion wind too. That's perfect. All right, it's time for the secret. Let's change the music. Yeah, that's the one. There are currently 3 monthly slots available on the membership site right now. These are very rare. You usually have to sign up for the $259 annual plan, but if you get one of these monthly slots, you get instant access to all of my Lightroom presets like you've been seeing on the screen, as well as my LUTs, as well as access to all of my wedding photography courses. Look at everything you get instantly for $40 if you get one of those slots. There is no contract. You can cancel anytime you want, and there is a 100% money back guarantee. If you sign up, it's not for you. Just send me an email. My email is here on the screen, and I'll send your money back. After those 3 slots are gone, it will go back to only the $259 annual plan being available. So get in before it's gone. We can go back to the original music now. One of my favorite buttons of all time is this one right here. And you might be like, why is that your favorite button? It just switches between the EVF and the screen, and it makes it really easy and organic. And I know it's a silly small feature, but it really does improve my quality of life on the wedding day. When I'm out there taking photos, videos, sometimes you want to be EVF. As you've seen throughout this video, I shoot a lot on the screen, and it's nice to just be able to have quick control over what exactly I want that to be. I should also mention that all these images are edited from JPEGs because Lightroom does not yet support new cameras that don't really exist in the world yet. Another thing I'm a huge fan of is the menu system. It's fantastic. As well as you have buttons up here that control a lot of the things that I would usually have to dig through the menus to find. So shout out for that just being there. You've also probably noticed it in the screen records, but there is no blackout. So when you take a picture, the screen remains. There's a dedicated pipeline for it and a dedicated dog pipeline. What's up, bud? One of my favorite features of this camera, as well as the Nikon Z9, is that you got the little button up here to control your autofocus settings. And you can see I'm scrolling through here in manual focus, AFS, AFC. And once you're in AFC, you can actually scroll through and you can customize the box size. And a new feature is you actually have these C1 and C2 modes where you can set the box size. So previously, you kind of have one box. You can move that box around. You can make sure your couple is in the box. But now you can actually make it in different sizes. So it's really, really cool. It makes my life as a wedding photographer and hybrid video creator a little bit easier because I can just select, like, I know the couple's gonna be walking down the aisle here, and I'm able to only activate the autofocus that I want within people in that box, which is really, really cool, and it'll track them. Another autofocus mode that's amazing is 3D tracking. So as you can see, I've locked on Alex here, and now dragging it around, the autofocus just stays with him, regardless of where he moves. It's just nice. This is something that, from the DSLR days, was incredibly useful. And I would say it's probably the best DSLR autofocus, so I'm happy to see that that came forward into the new mirrorless generation. And you guys can look at each other and just kind of smile at each other. Another thing that you will be maybe surprised to learn about is the lack of existence of a mechanical shutter. So there is no mechanical shutter, and Nikon has solved all the problems that come with shooting essentially on silent shutter mode all the time. So there is a noise that you can enable if you want to make the camera make noise. You can change that noise, you can make it louder, quieter. And you can also enable little hash marks, so you know when you're actually taking a photo and you kind of get visual confirmation. So if you are in full silent mode, you kind of get that pop up, which is something that I definitely enable so that it just, I don't know, it's nice to have that feedback. And this is what it sounds like. Also, you'll be very happy to know, if you've tried a mirrorless camera and you've received a lot of dust on your sensor, you can set this to just close. So that when you turn the camera off and you switch a lens, the sensor is protected. Don't touch those blades or they're gonna take that feature away from us. That's the reason a lot of them don't have it. I left a gap for voiceover here, but I don't really have anything to say, so shout out to Alex and Kinsey for also, this was a fake wedding. They got real engaged in Iceland just a couple of days after this. Another great benefit of mirrorless, if you are coming from the DSLR world, is that if you need to review your images, you can actually review them in your viewfinder. So you hit play, and then you can just be scrolling through here and looking at your images. This is also helpful if it's maybe one of your first wedding days and you're a little bit worried about running out of ideas for poses. You can actually load images in. This is a Sam Hurd trick. You can load images in, so you just take photos of your screen of your sample images, and then if they're the first images on the card, you can always hit the right button and you can go back and review them. So you're through your viewfinder and you're actually reviewing sample images for you to prompt your couple with. It's a lot better client experience than being on your phone and being like, okay, I think I have an idea for the next photo. But now you can just kind of secretly do it and set yourself up for success. Beautiful. Have you guys walk to the other side of the sidewalk there and just do kind of the circle loop of the sidewalk? And I'll just be creeping here through the bushes. All right, that's good. For hybrid photo video coverage on a wedding day, this is one of the situations that you need to change from photo to video very quickly. So a couple, they've just been announced, you're now married, and they start coming towards you pretty quickly, and you're doing video, and now you're switching to photo. And that is one of the reasons that you need a very fast buffer in order to be able to do that coverage by yourself. If you have a second photographer, maybe the second rolls video, you do photo in those really fast moments. But for me, I prefer to do everything myself and also within one camera. So I'm switching between photo and video pretty much all day. And that is one of the situations. There's a bee.
Oh, we haven't even talked about how overqualified this camera is for video. You can do raw 12-bit internally at 8K 60p, but you'll usually find me at something like this, 4K 60. It's nice. I like it there. I don't need my 8K raw 60p, but it's nice to know that it's there in case you want to get crazy. Shortly, I'll be receiving a copyright complaint from Gerald Undone. Shout out Gerald.
The hybrid experience on this camera is very nice. Focus tracking, like this lens, look at that. That's so nice. Focus fall off, the tracking, it's just really nice.
I haven't talked about it yet, but the screen is the same screen from the Z9. So it pops out a little bit and it flips and tilts, but it doesn't fully articulate. For wedding photography for coverage like this, I actually prefer that. But for my life as a YouTube content creator, I prefer having a fully articulating screen. So it just depends on your needs. This one's technically easier to use because to have it face you, you don't gotta flip it all the way around, and there's articulating screens are a little bit messy, and I understand why they did this. And the other bonus with the screen is that you can see it well in sunlight, and it's not sunny today. Sorry.
Oh, this is B-roll. I shouldn't be talking.
And now I know what you're thinking. You've watched through most of this video and you haven't seen the panda head yet. I promise it's not clickbait. It is still coming. That is Gerald Undone's HDMI cable that I stole from him. He's crazy.
Beautiful. Very elegant.
Yep. There it is. We really did it.
So if you're interested in a camera for your hybrid photo video creation, this is the Nikon camera to get. The Nikon Z8. Makes your life as a photo and video creator just really, really darn easy. Everything looks amazing, especially with this 85-1.2. I didn't want it, I had plans to shoot other lenses throughout this, and we put the 50 on, which is amazing. We used it for a few minutes. This 85 though, it's really one of my favorite lenses ever. So shout out to this lens. Full review of this lens coming soon. If you have any questions at all about the Nikon Z8, please put them in the comments below and I will get back to you. And until next time, I guess we'll just leave this strange and unusual artwork behind us.
And don't forget, there are 3 spots available on the members website as of right now. They might be gone by the time you click through, I'm not sure. But if there's still one available, get it, because otherwise you got to sign up for the $259 annual plan, whereas you can just get everything for $40 instantly right now. No contract, 100% money back guarantee. See you inside the members website.